This is the row guidance tach sensor. You can see it here installed on our corn head. This sensor uses tube magnets, and as it goes through the field, it's deflecting off the stalks, and that's actually steering the machine, and that's what keeps us centered on our row. You can see here the sensor connections. From here, it takes the sensor signal and sends it to the controller in the cab. This row guidance system is a collaboration between Reichardt and Almaco. Over on the right side console, we have the CAN keypads that control various functions on the machine.
11, if equipped, is going to be row guidance. So we can click that and it's going to do a check, and then once it's ready to go, we're going to get that middle light saying that it's ready to be engaged. So we have the shift button, and then the middle button here is going to be controller header height, and then the button all the way on the right is going to be for row guidance.
On our main display page, the row guidance icon is located in the bottom right corner. The color of the icon will change based on the state of the row guidance system. Going through the secondary display, this display is strictly for row guidance. There's 3 modes: armed, disarmed, and engaged. Currently we are armed, which is represented by white. If I disarm it, it'll turn to a red, and if I'm engaged, it'll go to a green.
So if it's white, that means we're armed and it's ready to be engaged. To engage it, we hit the third hotkey on the bottom of the joystick, and you can see it turns green. To disengage, all we do is simply move the steering wheel and it disengages. If the machine were to enter road mode, it also disengages any type of row guidance. Once you exit road mode, it comes back to an armed state. Over here on the side, we have a sensitivity adjustment. If you click and hold, you can increase or decrease the amount of sensitivity. I'm going to turn it down, and then click the blinking icon to save that value. And you can see here, this 40 is represented currently as our sensitivity. We can also nudge. If I click and hold, I have a right and a left arrow if I'm needing to nudge the machine. Make a selection, and I click the blinking icon to accept that. You can see here I'm currently centered or at 0. You can click the wrench icon, and it's going to bring you in to a configuration page. Here I have live readouts of my 4 different sensors. I have the ability to calibrate if needed. If I click this icon here, I can enter into the different modes and use different configurations of sensors. So I can use just the left sensor, just the right sensor, the outers or the inners, or both. Our mode is always going to be straight, so we want to keep that as straight. If I'm entering a field where I want to use row guidance, the first thing I do is I hit button number 11 on the keypad, and that's going to put it into an armed state, as indicated by the white icon. Once armed, I can hit the third hotkey on the joystick to engage the row guidance. It's blinking and waiting for vehicle speed, so if I begin to drive forward, you can see it goes to a solid green and the row guidance system is active. You can also see down here my current vehicle speed as well as vehicle direction. If I come to a stop on the machine, you can see it's going to go to a blinking state, indicating that we don't have vehicle speed, waiting for us to move again. If it sits in this state for 45 seconds, it will disengage and go back to the armed state. Once I'm engaged and the row guidance system is active, any motion on the steering wheel is going to disengage the system and give the control back to the operator. And this should conclude the row guidance training.